Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a phenomenal day. I wanted to give you a quick update and talk to you about the magical system that is repurposing content. So, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that because it's probably my favorite system to get reach way more people in like way less than half the time. It's really cool. But first things first, I was getting coaching a couple weeks ago, and I was actually considering discontinuing my one on one coaching services. I was thinking about how many people are getting these insane results in the mastermind. Everything is going really well, and it would free up some more time for me to do some things within my business. And so I've been thinking about it a lot. And after this past week, I just realized like how many amazing results my one-on-one clients are getting. I've shared many stories of them with you, but they are just doing a really extraordinary job. Everyone who I'm working with is, but I realized that I just didn't want to give that up yet. It's a really special kind of container where I can work with you one on one. We get to be together for 24 weeks so I can see your business evolve so much so I can really get a hands-on look on every email that you're sending, really looking at your webinars, giving you an in-depth evaluation of where I think your business is at and the best next steps to grow one on one every single week. And that's why I was like, you know what? I just feel like I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. I might have separation anxiety from my solo clients, but in the future, I might be getting rid of one on one coaching. But for now, I wanted to let you know if you want to work with me one on one, I'm still going to take you. I would love to do that. And I know that you guys might be familiar with the mastermind that's coming up. Enrollment's going to be opening up at the end of March. But I wanted to let you know that if you want to work with me one on one before April, here's the differences it would look like for you. Within the one on one container, instead of having a group message, it would be a personal message. So you would have a personal way to message me 24/7. I respond in 2 business days, and you could send me any of your webinars, anything that you want me to look over. I would check it there. We also, the difference between one on one and group is that with group, I do the first half of every session for at least the first 3 months of the program. I'm teaching you for the first of the 2 hours. So during the 10 to 11 o'clock time, I'm teaching you a very specific and sequential. It's a great way to learn every system. You get the systems, you get to customize each template and save it to your Google Drive each week, which is awesome. And with my one on one clients, we actually only meet for 1 hour and I figure out which system you need. So instead of going in the sequential order that I do with my masterminders, you would get whatever system you need. So if you need to really bring in more leads for sales calls, you could get that right away instead of waiting till week 3 for that. Which could be really beneficial for your business depending on where it's at. And if you need to take longer than a week to kind of like understand and kind of contemplate each system, we can have a little bit more freedom to do so within the one on one coaching container. We meet once a week for 45 minutes, and you would get me also to not only teach you the systems, but also for coaching. Like within the mastermind, the second half of the call is for coaching. And if you are having any mindset issues, if you're having pricing drama, if you are like, I'm having drama about the funds that I have in my business, it's a lot more hands on. And that you would get just me with you pretty much for an hour every single week, which I have seen people book out till March. I have seen people that have decided to like do a webinar with 6 days and we're like, okay, let's just map out the whole thing. I have seen people um, double their consults. I've been able to give them a lot of feedback to get a higher conversion rate on each consult. So if you are really looking for an accelerator, something that is gonna really take your business like for sure to the next level and start as soon as possible, this would be for you. So I just wanted to offer that to you because you guys are within my Facebook group if you're watching this. And if people are like, are feeling really content with where they're at, you guys might be waiting for the mastermind, then on Friday I will open it up to the public. But because you guys are my mastermind or you're my group people, I wanted to offer it to you first if you're interested. But with that being said, I really like, if you want to, it's a 30-minute consult. It'd be very fun. And with that being said, I want to get into talking about repurposing content. This is truly one of my favorite systems because it is so easy to do and I see so few people doing it. And if you are not repurposing content, I think that you are working way harder than you need to. So let's just talk about that for a second. Within the reason for repurposing content is you are coming up with these brilliant ideas every single week and you're conveying them probably in a way that you really like. So you might be doing a post about a topic and you might be doing a video about your content. And what I've seen is a lot of people are creating so much good content and it's being underutilized. What I would love to see happen is you actually taking content that you have on one topic and making it stretch on a bunch of different platforms. And the reason why I want you to do this is potential clients are consuming content in different forms. So you might have people who like long form content, and you might have people that like short form content. You might have people who like instant content. And if we're trying to help as many people as possible, we want to make it very easy for all of those people to find you and also not have to work 50 hours a week. That's a pretty important piece. So that is why I created this system so that you can take one piece of content and deliver in a bunch of different modalities so that you can help even more people. So within the system that I have for repurposing content, the first thing that you need to understand is that there are different forms of content. And the way that I like to think about it is you can classify content in durations or different pieces of time. So the three ways that I classify content within those different time frames are first to have instant content, which means less than 10 seconds. These are usually in the form of reels, TikToks, YouTube shorts. Those are very quick pieces of content that need to be delivered very quickly. From there, after the instant, we have short form content. And the short form content is, I would say, anything longer from 10 seconds to 90 seconds. Those are more of the talking reels that you would be seeing on Instagram and TikTok. And I think YouTube Shorts only goes till 60 seconds, but those are also available. They're different forms that I like to classify because instant content is probably just text on a video, whereas short form content is actually you speaking to your people in some way, shape, or form. And then the last piece is long form content, which is literally anything more than 90 seconds. I would consider this YouTube videos, podcasts, Instagram lives, or videos just like this in a Facebook group or something like that. So when you are thinking about those forms of content, I also include written content in long form content because that takes more than 90 seconds usually to read, depending on who it is. So those are the three ways that you want to be thinking about your content in instant, short, and long form variations. From there, what I do when I'm using the repurposing system that I created is I want to start by playing to your strengths. When we're thinking about the human brain, which is one of my favorite things to think about, a lot of humans can't summarize very quickly. So I would say the most difficult piece of content for the average human to create is probably the instant content. That's like you're literally just getting something out there that is super quick, super fast, and just something that is really condensed based on your wealth of knowledge. That's why I find it's like typically the most difficult. And then I would say second to the instant content would be the short form content. That's where we're still taking just 90 seconds to take something that you might have learned over 9 months. It's very difficult for the human brain to condense all the things that you're thinking into something that is that short. And that's why I would say that the majority of human beings creating long form content is going to be the easiest thing for you to do, because you can just allow yourself to spitball, you can allow yourself to kind of ramble a little bit, and then you can create a good process from that longer form content. So, what I want you to think about is, if you want to repurpose your content, which of the long form content do you prefer doing? Do you prefer doing a video, or do you prefer doing written first? I have found that I've done a mix of both. When I had a podcast with my friend Cam, I a lot of times we would just kind of get on and talk about something, and that represented our long form content. Now what I typically do is I write out a post. Like right now I'm looking at my posts that I'm using for Instagram and Facebook, my blog and LinkedIn, and I'm reading the pieces that I wrote, and I'm regurgitating that information in a long form content for you. So either write something or record yourself doing a video talking about a topic that is related to your offer and the service that you provide. If you missed the Love Your Offer webinar, I do a really in-depth explanation of it. Feel free to like message me like, hey, can I get the replay? And I'll send it your way. But what I want you to do is I want you to think about, okay, what are my strengths? Is writing or is speaking my strength? And then what I want you to do is I want you to take that and do the reverse. So if you are good at writing, I want you to start with the written, write it out, practice it a couple of times, and then you can record yourself reading the post that you just wrote, which really takes, it really doesn't take much time. It takes about, like, I would say I try and keep my videos under 20 minutes for sure. So you can take that time, record a video of you reading the post, adding on a little bit more, and then you have two different forms of content from the same piece of content. Like, for instance, this thing that I'm reading right now is about repurposing content, and I'm utilizing it to make a video. This video, so I'm taking the post that is a long form post, and I'm utilizing this to post on Instagram, but I'm also taking the exact same post and I'm posting it on Facebook. And I'm taking the exact same post and I'm posting this on LinkedIn. And I'm taking that exact same post and using it for my blog. It's, especially if you have time to do this, this is a great way to expand your reach on a bunch of different reaching different pieces of your audience, different people that are in different areas that are consuming your content that you could probably help, and it just makes it so much simpler. Then I'm going to take this video and I'm going to repurpose it, and I'm not only going to have this in my Facebook group, but I'm also going to put this on YouTube. So I'm covering 4 different social media platforms: YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, with one written piece, which is going to help. There are people who prefer all different, in my blog, that's another one. So it's like there are people who are reading all 5 of those things, who want content in these different ways, and that way I can help reach all of them. That is my goal with the long form content. Then what I found is a piece of technology that I want you guys to utilize is called Video AI. I swear, I think it's magic. It's incredible. And when you use Video AI, I might even record a separate video just talking about Video AI. If you are really great with like the long form content or things like that, it takes this and it's taking this snippet of this video and it's transforming it into a short. And you can get up to 75 minutes for free just by using this. And I don't know, you might be watching this video later on. They might have changed their pricing. But at this point, on February 28th, 2024, that is free. And it's just taking this and it puts fun captions over. You can change the colors. You can make it pretty. It is awesome. I would highly, highly recommend doing it. And then from that long form piece of content, you can create a short form piece of content and make it relatable for Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Again, same piece of content, just condensing it. And from there, you'll find that it'll give you a headline. It'll say something, it's like, for me, I'm guessing that classifying content would be a maybe a piece of this video that might be talking about instant, short, and long form. And so what would happen is then you take that and be like, here are the three ways to classify content: instant, short, and long. And you can have a video of you doing something that's unrelated, like cooking, doing work, walking in the park, you on a trip, something like that. We call that footage of you, that video footage of you, B-roll. And biddies love B-roll. We gotta get the B-roll going. And we want to have a video of you doing that B-roll content with those words on top of it. And voila, you have instant content. So those instant contents, the less than 10 seconds, are amazing for TikTok and Reels as well, because we have found that our society has a pretty short attention span, and they do really well. Will get you a lot more reach, and will get you some more views. So this is a very longer form video, but I want to tell you that that repurposing system is so important, because you can help more people if you're able to get your wording out to more audiences. And that's what we want to do. So that is my tip for you guys today. Repurpose content, book a one-on-one coaching consult. I'll tell you how you can grow in the next 6 months. I really do feel like by August, we can do some pretty miraculous things. And I cannot wait to see you all soon.